What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the HexCal Studio, which is this bar right here that's sitting on top of my desk. While this may look like a fancy monitor stand on the surface, this is actually much more than that. In my opinion, this is the perfect accessory to not only organize, but spruce up your workspace as well. Taking a look at the specs, the HexCal Studio features an integrated light bar with 1,280 different configurations. It's right below it right here, and it shines down onto your desk. We'll show that in a moment. It also has a server grade power strip with an integrated circuit breaker, fast charging USB-A and USB-C ports, a built-in 20-watt wireless charger which can charge 2 devices at once, and that's right over here on the left side. And lastly, a built-in chamber to hide your cords and power supplies to make wire management much easier. Taking a look inside the box to get the main unit itself, the HexCal Studio, which is what you see here. Then they also include 2 USB-A to USB-A cords, and then another USB-A to USB-C. Beside this, they also include a bunch of these Velcro ties to make wire management easier, which also have their logo on it as well. So taking a look at the unit itself, this thing measures a little under 47 by 9 inches. This takes up the majority of this side of my desk, but when you take into consideration that it's basically like a shelf, this actually gives me a lot more space to work with on my desk. The entire unit feels very well made and weighs a total of 21.7 pounds. The metal also feels very sturdy and heavy duty as well, which I'm very happy to see considering this product is not cheap. So looking at the specs, apparently this has been lab tested to support up to 1,100 pounds. This seems like an insane amount of weight, and unfortunately this is not a claim I can test on my own. With that being said, if it can support more than 1,000 pounds, it should be able to support me standing on it as well. Realistically, I don't think anyone will be placing more than 190 pounds on top of this, so this should be more than enough to test its overall strength. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. Let me put down some papers so I don't scuff it up with my shoes or get it dirty. It's either going to work fine or crumble below me. Guess we're about to find out. This is honestly pretty nerve-wracking, but here we go. All right. Definitely holding me up. Like I said earlier, still nerve-wracking as this is abnormal to be standing on top of a monitor stand like this, but glad to see it actually supports my weight. So if you have one of those monster monitors that are 55 inches and weigh 60 pounds or whatever, it'll definitely hold them up. No problem at all. All right, fortunately, I did not break through it or dent it, so very impressive, and that's more than enough for me to prove how strong the metal really is. All right, so coming to the left side, we have the USB ports here, and you have a USB-A and USB-C, which are for charging. Then you have 2 other USB ports over here in front. These are actually pass-through ports, so what you can do is store your hard drive or devices inside and just connect to the HexCal unit instead. This is very cool as this allows you to keep your devices out of sight and prevent clutter on your desk. Coming to the top, you have your wireless charging pad. As stated earlier, this is a 20-watt charger and you can charge 2 items at once. So with this, you can not only charge your phone, but your AirPods or even a second phone if you wanted to as well. There are many devices that have built-in wireless chargers, but this is the first time I've seen something actually have 2 of them built in. Coming to the center, you have this large panel which slides off, and this reveals the large empty space inside where you can store your wires or charging bricks to keep them out of sight. Coming to the side, you have your pass-through USB ports I mentioned earlier, and this is the area you would store your devices. Inside here, they also include leg extensions you can use with this unit, which will raise the unit up higher so you can have more space below it. Just like the rest of the HexCal Studio, these don't feel cheap at all and are made of a heavy-duty metal construction. Personally, I'm okay with the regular height and don't need extra clearance, so I'm not using these and just left them inside the unit. Coming to the back, you have 8 well-spaced outlets, and next to every outlet, you have these pass-through slats. This is another feature I love as this lets you tuck the majority of the wires inside and only have the plug coming out and connected here on the back. This takes wire management to a whole other level by allowing you to hide your wires much more than you traditionally could. Coming to the front here, you have your 39-inch light bar, which has a lot more features than you might think. So you have your power button, mode, save, favorites, range, intensity, and temperature. So let's go ahead and switch this on. So right here with the temperature, as you can see, right now it's at a warm color. If I hold it up, you can switch over to a very cool color. Then on the other side, you can go very warm as well. So depending on what kind of light you want, what feels more comfortable to you, you can select that. Then you also have a bunch of different intensities. You can go really dim where it's barely on at all. And then all the way to the top where it's much brighter. Coming to the bottom here, you have the strip. And if you hit the range button, it actually allows you to turn off the strips at the side or dim them. And then you could also have them all at the same brightness as well. And then so you don't have to come around and messing with everything, you can actually save your preset on here. So next time you turn it on, if you have a favorite light you like to use, you just click your favorite button and it'll put it to the right temperature. You have it saved that, which is very handy and very cool because it'll stink to have to mess with this every single time. All right, so as you can see right now, there's nothing else on my desk because I just put this on there. Still have a bunch of wires hanging off the back and it's kind of a mess back there. But let me go ahead and grab my monitor, my speakers, and put it up there so you can get an idea of what this looks like in a normal setup. All right, so there you have it. In the center here, I have my 27-inch LG monitor. And then these speakers are SVS Prime Wireless Pro. These speakers are a lot larger than speakers most people will use with their computers. These have 5.25-inch drivers, I believe it was. Most people are going to have maybe 3 to 4-inch size speakers on their computer. So in most cases, your speakers won't stick out and be as large as mine are here. As you can see, they don't really fit onto it. I have it sticking out a little bit, especially since I have them towed in. But it's not too much. It doesn't bother me. It seems fine to me. And I still have some clearance over here where I can place my phone. So whenever I'm using my computer, basically my phone will always be charged. I can be over here typing. Just grab my phone, place it right there. It'll automatically be charging at all times. In my opinion, this thing is more designed for people that have their monitor on a monitor arm and not using the regular stand. Because as you can see, from the surface there to down there, that's more like 6 inches. I'm not sure the exact measurements, but 6-7 inches, give or take. And then I have another 2 or 3 inches here below the monitor as well. So overall, my monitor is a lot higher than it usually is. You can see my keyboard trays right there. So when I'm sitting normal, I'm looking at an upward angle. And while it's not too bad, using it like this for a while is definitely going to give me neck pains. I don't want to use it that way. So what I'm going to do is get a monitor arm so I can mount this and push the monitor all the way down so it's touching the bottom of the HexCal, and that should be a more normal position. All right, so this is set up on my desk that I use almost daily. So I'm going to use this for a while, and in a few months, I'll check back in to update you all on what I like or dislike about this unit. As for now, I really have no serious complaints. And if you're looking for a great product to organize and take your desk to the next level, the HexCal Studio is definitely a great product to consider. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.